Oh my goodness. Oh, hello. Welcome. Welcome to the void. How are you guys? Chat. Hello. Hello, Chayote. It's on me, the Chayote. How are you guys? Welcome. Oh, jeez, thank you. Good. I love cheese. Thank you. Thank you for so much for the cheese. Hello, hello. Percy, congrats on getting first. Hello, how are you? So nice of you to do this stream. Thank you, Paracanthus. Oh wait, let us get out of the void. Let us go into my room. Oh my gosh, I could let you guys in my room. What do you guys think? I was cleaning up a little bit. It looks like my Huitzilopochtli doll is still out there with my Quetzal, but it's okay. It's okay. They're just having some girl dinner. Biali girl, how in the fuck are you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. And also, hello, Paracanthus, nice of you to do the stream. Of course, of course. Yeah, you guys will see the pinned message. So as you know, there are devastating wildfires going on right now as we speak in the Ontario region, and a lot of indigenous communities have been affected, particularly the hold on, let me pull up the name to make sure that I don't mispronounce it. I was practicing it. The people of Name-Gusizagagan, they have been very affected by these wildfires. So the link in the pinned comment, it leads to the page where you can donate. You can donate with credit card, PayPal. If you are international, if you are from Canada, then you could do e-transfers. First Nations, yes. So yeah, you could donate directly via that link, and also any revenue from this stream. It could be like gifted subs, super chats, even the ad revenue. I'll be donating it to the cause. So thank you again for stopping by the stream. Even if you don't have the means necessary to donate, just sticking around, supporting the stream is more than enough. And thank you guys for stopping by. Hello again, Percy. Hi, Blossom Arashi, ¿cómo estás? Good afternoon, how are you? Hi, Dawn After Dark, how are you? Welcome. Hello, doesn't exist, and neither do you. I will call you Exist. Hi, Exist, how are you? Hola, Fanny Ble, how are you? Welcome, Void. Good evening, Chaaya, good evening. Hello, QD BP Productions, how are you? Pinned on Twitch, I can't see it. What? It's all pinned on Twitch? I thought it was. It should be pinned on Twitch. It's also pinned on YouTube, but I will admit I am not an expert on YouTube. I'm not an expert on YouTube stuff yet. Pinned on Twitch, can't see it. Hello, Tranquil Turtwig. Girl, what the fuck is up, girl? Oh, we're just here. Today we're gonna talk about my model design notes. I shared them a long time ago, actually 1 year ago. I was looking at my original announcement, so I talked about my design notes 1 year ago. sorry for those that got shook by the. Sorry if that was really loud. Oh my goodness, that spooked me too. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. Thank you for the 500 Italy's, Percy. Thank you. I appreciate it. And for the what seems to have been 500 Pokeballs. Ouch, my head hurts. But see, chat, even with 500 Pokeballs, it wasn't enough to catch me. OMG. That scared me, Lamau. Yeah, that's what happens when you donate bidlies. I get attacked by the Pokeballas. I get attacked. Drake Arashi, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. But yes, today we will be talking about my model design notes. Yeah, there was a lot of historical details that went into my model design. And if you missed the stream I did last year, then I hope you enjoy this new revamped version, because I remade it. I remade it. I polished some things up, and I also scripted it, because I think the first time I spoke about my design notes, I was like, I think I could do unscripted. And then I think I missed a lot of things that I wanted to say. Drake Arashi, thanks again for the follow. Oh, sorry if my my alerts are a little bit behind. That came out of nowhere, lol. I know. Hello, I have been brought by Wife Blossom Arashi. Oh, that's so sweet. Hello, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. All revenue from tonight's stream will be donated to help indigenous communities affected by the Ontario wildfires. Thank you again, Percy. Thank you for reposting that. Analog horror jump scare. Holy fuck. 10 out of 10 model, very intricate. Thank you. Thank you for liking my model. I put a lot of thought into it, and I will go over all my design process as well as the background lore. I have some Aztec art. Any way to post it in the Discord? Reddit is pretty lame in my opinion. Yes, feel free to join the Discord. The link here. Wait, let's see if I have the link. Discord. There is the Discord link, and we have a what's it called? A special category for original art. So feel free to post it there. And I agree. I used to use Reddit a lot when I was like, maybe like before I became a VTuber. I would use Reddit a lot. And I don't know, man. It's a different kind of vibe. I feel like Redditors aren't as kind to artists. At least in my experience. Redditors tend to prefer memes or art that is very like fan servicey, which is fine, you know, depending on which platform you are, you just kind of gotta play the game. But as for more like just beautiful, soulful art, at least in my experience, that wasn't quite what was the meta. The key to success on Reddit, unfortunately. Hi Spinfoil Hat, how are you? Listening in bed. Hi Binomir. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. They criticize our goon. Yeah, pretty much. And I don't know, they have a tendency to nitpick as well. Like if you like miss a certain detail or something, you know, as an artist, sometimes things don't come out exactly how I want them to. They tend to nitpick and be like, oh, like what does this look like, blah blah blah. You know, and as an artists that pour a lot of time and energy into their work, only for it to get nitpicked by a bunch of guys behind the screen, you know, that could be very disheartening. That happened to one of my friends. He's an amazing artist, and he posted once on Reddit, and the Redditors were just claiming that his art was AI and all these horrible things. And suffice to say, my friend, I don't think he ever posted on Reddit again. Did you draw your model? I did draw my model. Yes, yes, yes. This was designed and hand drawn by me. And it was rigged by a very talented Life 2D rigger. Her name is Neko Arichi, and you could find her details in my my Twitch panels. Yeah, she's great. She rigged my 1.0 model, so I didn't always look like this. I used to look like a purple dragon girl. Some people would say succubus, but I was a dragon. I swear I was a dragon. Like, bro, I just wanted to be a part of an online community. I know. I think it also depends on which Reddit you're on. Let's see. There's a Reddit. There's a community that I think it's called R Nawat, and I posted my lore video on there once, and they really liked it. So I think it really depends on the community. Some communities, they tend to be, I see that's mainly with the smaller communities. They tend to be like more more welcoming. I spent most of my time on Reddit in the FGO community, the Fates Grand Order community, and yeah, they were pretty savage sometimes. True, Reddit argues a lot. Yeah, hello, I came across your Lord Deer video on YouTube last week. It was excellent and your model left an impression on me. I'm looking forward to seeing more of your content now and in the future. Thank you, Brace to Go. Thank you so much for enjoying my video. Lord Deer was a surprise favorite on mine. Funny story about that figure and my obsession with him is that I knew nothing about him. Nothing at all. But in one of the educational videos I did, I think it was in May. So that video, I spoke about Mesoamerican time periods. And during my research of that video, that is when I stumbled upon the legend of Lord Deer. And I was like, what is the deal with this guy? Because I remember the first sentences I read about him was just like, oh yeah, he was crazy. He like conquered all the Mixteca region. He was going on a rampage. And I was like, what? Like, how have I never heard of this guy? And so when I researched for that video, then I just felt the intrigue towards Lord Deer like kind of building up inside me, and I was like, oh no, this is gonna launch another hyperfixation. I cannot hold all these hyperfixations, chat. I'm obsessed with Quetzalcoatl. I'm obsessed with Itzcoatl. I'm obsessed with all things space when it comes to Nahua culture, and then now I'm obsessed with the Mixtec, and I'm obsessed with Lord Deer. Reddit is stinky. Your design is cute. Thank you. It's absolutely gorgeous. Legitimately so unique. Thank you so much. Didn't Reddit used to be a world online library? It was? Well, I don't think I knew about Reddit before it was what we know now. By the way, welcome Christopher. True, in general, smaller communities are more welcoming. I agree. I posted a lot of Attack on Titan Reddit back when the manga was still being written. Oh, she has another crush. I do have another crush. There's just so many beautiful, there's so many beautiful figures in Nahua culture, in Aztec culture. I think my favorite is still Quetzalcoatl because he's so silly, man. I think he was the one that really got me obsessed. To the point that I have 6+ designs of him. I'm gonna have another design of him. I'm currently redesigning Topiltzin because when I first made my Topiltzin, he was really based off of Mexica. He was based off of Mexica art style and clothing. But he's Toltec. So I want to make a design that is more reflective of his Toltec origins. But here are my 6+ Quetzalcoatl designs. The first design I ever made was the Lord Quetz, the one with the green hair. Well, actually there's two with green hair. Let me try to draw over them. Let's see here. Okay, this guy, he was my first Quetz. He was my first ever Quetz. And then, let's see, next I made, who did I make after? Oh, I made the Gremlin Quetz. The Gremlin Quetz was kind of an accident because I just drew him as a chibi for a comic, and then he just became his own entity. And then this Quetz, the Quetz Altar, I saw him in a dream, and so then I drew him, and then from that design I drew Topilsin. So they were kind of born at the same time. But the initial push for me to design Topilsin was Quetz Altar because, like I said, I saw him in a dream. It was so cool. I still remember that dream vividly. I was like walking in like the body, like it was as if I was Quetzalcoatl. So basically, I was in his shoes, and then I looked in the mirror. But I'm Quetzalcoatl, so when I looked in the mirror, I saw Quetzalcoatl's reflection. And then when I looked inside that mirror, I saw his hair become white, and then his eyes became like a serpent, like completely yellow with like just a one black slit in the middle. And then like he had like a creepy smile. Kind of like the one you see here in this art. It was just like a spooky smile. And then I woke up and I was like, whoa, that was really cool. And I was like, that's Quetz Altar. And then like a maniac, I drew him like right after like I woke up. I drew him, and that's how we got that design. And then I designed this one.
That's the ancestors calling to you to remember who you are, Tilda.
Ah! Oh my gosh. But like, why'd they make me scary though? Why did I become a monster? Why did I become a monster? True, in general, smaller communities are more welcoming. Let's see. 8 dear Masat Chikwei. I love 8 dear. I would be really interested in learning more on how to read codices. Oh, that's gonna be in my next lesson video. So I was hoping to do it this month, but as you guys know, I was on back-to-back trips, and when I came back, there was just a lot of things that I had to like kind of come back into and mentally prepare for. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna take it slow. We're gonna take it easy. We're gonna do a simple lesson, one that I've done before, but of course we revamped it a bit. And then we'll do Prehispanic codices next month. So make sure to stick around. Just wait until she finds out about Nezahualcóyotl. You know what? Oh my gosh, guys. Actually, Nezahualcóyotl is like not my favorite. I do like him, don't get me wrong. He is still really cool. But you see, I got down bad for another figure that like was around during Nezahualcóyotl's time, and his name is Itzcoa. Like, I think Itzcoa is cooler than Nezahualcóyotl. And it's so funny because like I've had people tell me like, why Itzcoa? He's kind of mid, and I'm like, no, he is not, bro. He is the not imperial, but he's like the first emperor of the Aztec. What do you mean? Yeah, so out of the two, Itzcoa for sure. Someone else is crushing on them. LOL, I'm not the only one. He's just great. He's great. One day I'll make an AU for a station designed to honor my homeland. Oh, that's lovely. Yes, of course. We need more representation. It came to me in a dream. No, like, for real though, that happened. Spirit journey. Chaaya was Quetzalcoatl in a dream. Yeah, I think I was just like really locked in on Quetzalcoatl. So like I was just, and it's happened before. Like I think this other time I was also like in the shoes of one of my OCs. And I was actually in the shoes of pre-Aztec Tachi. So I don't know if you guys know about my other OC, Tachi. He's a very old OC. Like, I've had him since high school. So it's been like, what? Like 10 years already? So, yeah, one time I was in his shoes. But that was before he became the Tachi you know now. Greetings, Cosby. I just wanted to stop by and say hi. I'm also new around here, and it's a pleasure to meet you and everyone. Thank you, Dylan, for stopping by. Thank you so much. Cause change is scary sometimes. Why don't you make some Spain characters too? Because most of my stories take place in pre-Hispanic times, so there's like no like involvement of the Spanish. Except for Tachi. Tachi's story does take place in colonial era. So I did make some Spanish characters. One of them is Sophia, which is the Spanish baddie that Tachi gets. And then there's another Spanish character that I have not revealed and I have not drawn him yet, but he's still in the conceptual phase. But basically, he is a Spanish soldier, but he defected from the Spanish army because he's really interested in the occult. So he's into like dark magic and stuff. So yeah, he's an interesting character and I'm excited. I'm excited to like reveal him whenever I come around to drawing him. OMG, yeah, I'm so hyped. Yay! Do you still post animations on TikTok? I do. It's just I haven't made them as often just because I have a lot of stuff to make. Like, I'm trying to make educational videos. I'm trying to make art as well. And I also just had a lot of trips not this weekend. Next weekend I'm going to Off-Kai, so just have to mentally prepare for that. And yeah. So I haven't been able to do as many animations as I have wanted to, but they're coming. I have a big one planned for my anniversary. And I have a mini series in the works, which was supposed to come out as early as May, but you know, the timeline has been extended, I guess. Your passion for Mesopotamian mythology makes me interested in it as well. Oh, Mesoamerican mythology. I like Norse and Egyptian stuff, but all the stuff you talk about is neat. Thank you, Bianomir. I'm glad you like it. You're 20? Yes, I am in my 20s. I have a really scary dream because a few years ago, I dreamt of Sierra Madre, but it was oddly peaceful too. I wasn't intimidated, but in awe. Oh, that sounds beautiful. Mi gente, ¿cómo estás? Hola, Bacaneco, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido. The marker is still on screen, Chaaya. I know, I just erased it, lol. I would be interested in seeing someone tackle real Norse mythology, not the new age stuff people slap the word pagan on and treat it like a cousin to Christianity. What? That's crazy. I appreciate the welcome and you're very lovely. Thank you! Sorry for the ramble paragraph there, Chaaya. No worries. Hi, Quetzalcoatl! How are you? Hi, Chaaya. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm glad I took like a mini nap before starting stream. Because, man, I slept late last night because I was like, man, I need to get to a certain spot on my notes or else I will not be ready in time. So I did sleep a bit late, but I'm good. I'm good. I took a power nap of like 15 minutes. I am a-okay. Off-Kai. I'm so excited for Off-Kai. I was gonna go to Off-Kai, but our car died yesterday, Lamau. Oh no, we had to cancel and lost our ticket money. No. Man, maybe you could do like a giveaway or something. Like, I know there's people that are like, I wish I could go to Off-Kai. I don't like how all Mesoamerican media has to include the Spanish. I wish the setting could just exist as its own thing, independent of people who invaded it. I agree. I feel like we have enough of the conquistador versus indigenous. Like, even when it's like pro-indigenous framing, I still feel like there's plenty of stories that can exist, you know, without any sort of Spanish involvement. For me, with Tachi, and let me get a picture of him so you guys know who I'm talking about. Where is he? Where is my precious little baby? For Tachi, oh man, he's so big. What the heck? I chose to put him in the colonial era because of thematic purposes. So it's not be like, oh yeah, like it's time to do indigenous versus conquistador. No, it serves more of a thematic purpose. He's supposed to show, his story is supposed to show how like everyone sucks. That's the theme of the story. Everyone and everything sucks, but you just have to make the best of it. So yeah, and you know there are like little happy moments, like his Spanish baddie. Wait, where is it? Where's the art with his Spanish baddie? Hello. There it is. There he is with his Spanish baddie and his baby girl. He has a little baby. So happy for him. Oh, that's great. Rest is important. Yeah, thank you. I agree. Say, Chaaya, have you seen the animated show Maya y los Tres? And if so, what did you think of it? I have seen it. It's super, 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 super cute. And a bit sad towards the end. But yeah, I binged watched that show. I will admit though, and I think this just has to do with the creator's way of storytelling. He tends to have a very like loud, action-packed way of telling his stories, which is great. I think it's very much liked by the younger audiences. For me though, I get overstimulated, so that is one thing that I felt myself encountering during the show, is that I was just overwhelmed. It's just very fast-paced and loud, and it tends to kind of I don't know if it's like an autism thing, like I don't even know if I have autism or not, but the loudness and just high energy was like a little much to me. Like I need mellow moments, or else I don't know, it just becomes noise to me. I was thinking of doing a giveaway, but IDK if it's too late to transfer tickets. Oh, I see. So you're an Aztec Vtuber who likes talking about Mesoamerican history / mythology. That's awesome. I love all kinds of mythology, especially Mesoamerican. My favorite deity is Quetzalcoatl in Camazotz. Yo, those are my favorite deities too, though. I love Quetzalcoatl and Camazotz. Camazotz is the reason why I got into Mesoamerican history. What about the anime called Onyx Equinox? I also liked Onyx Equinox. I think the character designs were fantastic. There was a lot of violence. I am not too keen on violence. I'm okay with violence, but it has to be like beautiful in a way. Like it has to like be emotional and beautiful. With Onyx Equinox, there was like gore in it, and I was like, oh, like I don't know, man. I'm not very good with gore. Not because I'm disgusted by it, but it's just like it has to be beautiful. I'm okay with gore as long as it's beautiful. But it was still a good show. I enjoyed it. Slow and steady. Needs said Chaaya. Doesn't know for sure, but it's very likely. Needs said, hello Eddie, so how are you? I couldn't deal with the English voice acting. Oh, interesting. I watched English voice acting for Onyx Equinox. In both instances, I watched Maya and los Tres and Onyx Equinox, both in Spanish. Yep, that's because I tend to watch shows with my mom. And if there is a Spanish dub available, we just watch it in Spanish because it's easier for her. I wish there was someone I could talk to about this in real life, man. I am with you there. I'm with you there. In my IRL circle, I have just become the Aztec girl. So, yeah, people just know that, like, I'm just that girl. And they like ask me stuff, and it's just like, hey, is it really that obvious that I'm just like crazy? Aesthetic violence, yeah, there has to be some beauty in it, or else I just can't, like, I can't stomach it, you know. I can't stomach it if it's senseless, but if it's beautiful, then I'm like, oh yeah, I eat that up, bro. I eat that up. Oh, so like annihilation type gore. I don't know what you mean by annihilation type gore. Um, like there are some artists that they do like darker kind of art. It's like kind of soulful, and it includes gore, and I like that kind of art because it's just very like it's deep, you know? And I'm like, oh, that's freaking beautiful. But if it's senseless, then I'm like, oh no, I can't deal with that. That's cool, we have one thing in common. The main kid was so whiny about everything. Bro, that kid was annoying. You know, he was annoying. He was annoying. I agree. I think he redeems himself towards the end though. Like I think he gets pretty badass at the end. I just wish the badassness would have been a bit more gradual instead of like all of a sudden like towards the end it's like, actually I'm a badass, and it's like, okay bro, okay. Same, we need to plan some meetups. Oh my gosh, that would be so beautiful, honestly. Anyone going to Offkai though? Anyone going to Offkai? If you see me, if you see the Quetz plushie, I'm trying to bring up a picture of the Quetz plushie. If you see the Quetz plushie, that's me, bro. That's me. Give me a second. I have the Quetz plushie somewhere around here. Oh wait, I know where to find it. Quetz plushie. Quetz plushie. Okay. Oh god. No. No, Quetz plushie, where'd you go? Where'd you go, Quetz plushie? Okay. Okay. Now I have Quetz plushie. Here's Quetz plushie. If you see this Quetz plushie, if you see a girl walking around with this Quetz plushie, that's me. That's me. Feel free to say hi. Feel free to say hi. I'd love to chat. Just look out for the plushie. I wish I was. What did I miss? Just conversation. I dropped it after a few episodes, but I'll try to pick it up. I watched the show twice. Once with my mom. My mom did not make it to the end. I will admit though, she just ended up like she got lost in the sauce. She didn't understand what was going on. So she would just kind of sleep through the episodes. I watched the rest of the episodes. The first time around I was like, it was okay. The second time around was a bit better because I understood the references a bit more, and I was able to kind of catch some details I missed earlier. But yeah, I mean, it's still a good show. Chat, it's still a good show. I don't want to hate too much on it because it's like, I think it was very good for its time. Character designs are great, and I think the creator put a lot of love into it, and I respect that. Annihilation had a scene where there was a body spread on a wall and it was almost fungal, like a mix between body horror and Platts and nature stuff. Oh, I see. I see. Like, I guess it depends if it was intended for like horror or if it was intended for like kind of to show a deeper meaning. Like for me, it has to have a deeper meaning about like maybe something philosophical or like a message for me to enjoy it. If not, like I said, if it's just senseless and like shock value, then I don't like it. Yo everyone, what did I miss? Hi Richita, we're just chatting about different shows. San Antonio, although Quetzalcoatl is my favorite, I'll admit there are some stories in literature with him that I am unfamiliar with. Like, is he a benevolent or volatile deity or something in between? I think he's a neutral deity, maybe leaning more towards benevolent, just because he's like a life-giving deity, and he did a lot for humanity by giving us food and helping create us. So he's good. He's a silly guy. But I also, you know, a common misconception about him is that like, oh, he wanted to abolish human sacrifice, and that's a misconception. That's a confusion with another figure. I like a lot. I like a lot Onyx Equinox. I wish a lot more gods appeared. Like I mentioned of Ometeotl, some design liberties were curious, yet needs a second season. I agree. It does need a second season. It was funny because, like, you know, I finished Onyx Equinox and, like, throughout the episode I was like, you know, it's okay. Like, it wasn't a show where I felt like I was very fulfilled. Like, there are other shows that I'm like, whoa, I feel like my life has changed with this. But the last episode of Onyx Equinox made it worth it. And it's a shame that that's where it ends. Because I was like, God damn it. Like, I was starting to look forward to the show. Like, I was starting to be like, hell yeah. Like, alright, I'm a lock in. And then it just ends right there. So I was like, so sad. So for that reason, yes, it does need a second season. Yeah, we get Quetz plushie. Yeah, he's adorable, isn't he? He's adorable. What if it's not you, but one of your fans? Oh, that's holding the Quetz plushie? Well, the thing is, there's only one Quetz plushie in existence. This is a unique item. This was a gift from a friend. So there is no other Quetz plushie in existence in the entire world. At least not yet. I mean, I'd love to sell the Quetz plushie in the future. But I need to, you know, get a bit bigger. I need to establish myself a bit more before I can land a partnership that will allow me to make this plushie a reality. So yeah, so only one exists in the world, in the entire world, and you'll get to meet him at Offkai. How much is a Quetz plushie? Yeah, he is quite literally priceless because yeah, I mean, he's not for sale, but maybe in the future he will be. At least like some sort of iteration of him. I need that plushie. Wait, do you have an actual plushie of your OC? Yeah, like, yeah, it's real. I actually have one of Topilsin as well. The thing about Topilsin though is that bro, he got lost, bro. Like, he got lost at sea, and I was like, damn. Way to be historically accurate, Topilsin. Getting suddenly lost at sea, because that's what he does in his lore. He just disappears. And so the company was like, we'll remake him. But I feel like they rushed it. Like, they rushed the remaking of the plushie. So the plushie that I got that was a replacement, it wasn't like the best quality. Because the original one got lost. So I'm like, God damn it. No. The Quetz plushie though is great. Thank you for everything you do. There aren't many people that actively talk about what you do, and I'm glad I could catch your streams even for a little. Gotta go though, sorry. Thank you, Chaaya. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. It was a bit of both. Annihilation did get philosophical. I'm with you. There has to be a reason for gore, violence, body horror. Yeah, there has to be a message. If it's just shock value, I'm like, no. True, Quetzalcoatl wasn't too much into sacrifice stuff. We got the Tlatoani. You know, the thing about Quetzalcoatl is that it's not that he disliked human sacrifice or liked human sacrifice. That's just how people worship the gods. It wasn't really indicative of his opinions towards human sacrifice. That was just how gods were worshipped. The child Quetzalcoatl was a bit off to me. I thought it was the Tezcatlipoca. Oh, I see. Well, because it was just like it was Quetzalcoatl inhabiting the child, I think. Big mesh. We can make more. We have the technology. I'd buy the Quetz plushie. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm glad if one it becomes commercial. Yes. I want to take baby steps. I want to start with maybe like simpler merch, like keychains and stickers, and maybe some prints, and then once we get our footing, we can do the Quetz plushie. I hope next year we can make the Quetz plushie real, because I like, he's so cute, bro. Oh wait, that's the wrong picture. He's so silly looking. Yeah, it's Chaaya time. I really should be in bed, but insomnia is a bitch. Hi Adrian, how are you? Yeah, I hope you become big because you deserve it. And the ulterior motive so I could buy the Quest plushie. I'd buy him too. I'm so glad. Hell yeah. Yes, all of you guys will have the Quest plushie. I hope. Okay, so, without further ado, are you guys ready, to go into, my model design notes? Are you guys ready? I'm excited to share them. This is actually gonna be a, like, kind of long, kind of, I don't know. When I think it's gonna be long, it ends up being really short, and when I think it's gonna be short, it ends up being really long. So we'll see. Hi, Grace from Mexico. Hi, Randall Juega, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido. Real, yes. Interesting. Were there any Mesoamerican gods that hated human sacrifice? No, not really. Human sacrifice was just like normal. Like it wasn't something that was deemed as like a taboo. It was just a part of the culture. That being said, it wasn't something that was just celebrated, you know. It's not like people would go watch the sacrifices like they do the FIFA games, you know, like that. It didn't work like that. I think human sacrifice was still very sacred and was approached with thank you for the 30 biddies. A brace to go. Thank you. I think it was still treated with utmost respect. The sacrificial victims were also treated with a lot of respect. And the whole like ceremony, it wasn't, you know, like a party. It was very sacred, almost somber. So don't get confused by the depictions you see often in media where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna party with the human sacrifices. No, like it was taken very seriously. He looks like he's gonna move everything in your house. I can just left wait outside for all the puppy to cursing. All right, chat. Let's take a quick like 2-minute break. I'm going to run an ad, so if you get an ad, do not freak out. We will just go on a little mini break as I set up the presentation, and then we'll be back after the ads, okay? So feel free to stretch, drink some water, and we will return shortly, okay? Okie dokie. Are you guys back from the ads? ¿Ya regresaron de los anuncios, chat? Are you guys back from the ads? They were pretty long. But I will... Yes, you guys are back? Okay, that's great. That's great. Let's see here. Hi, I'm good. I'm due to go to a Renaissance fair tomorrow with my girlfriend. How are you? Congrats, Adrian! I hope you have a lot of fun at the Renaissance fair. I was recently at the Renaissance fair. I think it was in March that I went. March, or was it in March or May? I think it was March. And I bought a Quetzalcoatl pendant, which is really cool. Let's see here. Model notes time. Yeah, it's time. Forget character design. It's a quest plushie stream. You know how there are those VTubers, that they have like a model that's based on their plushie. That would be so funny to do with the quest plushie. But they did have the Great Ball Game, and sometimes the losing team was sacrificed. No. I haven't looked too deeply into the ball game yet. When I went to Yucatan, there were inscriptions in Chichen Itza where it showed like a decapitated person with like the blood spilling out. So, you know, when as an archaeologist, you see that and you're like, could it be? I'm not too sure what exactly would happen with the ball games. The ball games were sacred though, and I mean, for example, let's see, 8 deer and 4 jaguar, they went against each other in a ball game, and 4 jaguar told 8 deer like, hey, if you die, I'm gonna kill you. So maybe maybe that was a thing. But it just has to do with the fact that the ball game was also just very symbolic and sacred. And yeah, we could do a deep dive on it in the future if you guys like. Alrighty then, que buen stream, tocó suscribirse. Gracias, Randall. See, welcome back. Here's a flower for you. Thank you, Dylan. Human sacrifices are common in a lot of human cultures. Yeah, you know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy? I was there was this video I came across, and it was talking about the people of Canaan, as like the people that appeared in the Bible, and you know, they were commonly demonized because it's like, oh yeah, they would do human sacrifices. Well, you know, the science, the archaeology suggests that the Israeli people, the Israelites, they would also kind of do those things as well. Well, you look at it from a purely historical perspective, and you look at, you know, the archaeology, it does suggest that, which is interesting. But that is a topic for another day and another time. Don't cancel me. But yeah, I think it's just human sacrifice was very common, yo. It was found in every culture, so. Huh? They'll definitely up the stakes. The entire sports team loses, they get jumped by angry fans. And yo, Abraham kill Isaac Blake. Yeah, pretty much. And it's like, it existed, y'all. It existed in every culture, and it's okay. It's okay. Like, obviously now, you know, we don't do that. Well, back then, it just happened, and it's fine. It's fine. We have moved past that. Because early on, their cults were similar. Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I would like to dive into it in the future, but we won't do so today. Today, we're going to talk about my model design notes. So, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let us begin. So welcome once again, everyone, to this stream. Today I will be talking about the design process for my Aztec Vtuber model, Over the past few months, I have gotten countless compliments about my model, and I am eternally grateful for the love and support. I poured many hours into researching various gods, testing out ideas, and rendering every detail to create the final product you see today. But of course, I couldn't have done it alone. Much of my model is just an amalgamation of the artistic genius of our ancient ancestors, and today I want to share all the history notes and inspirations that went into making the concept a reality. So without further ado, let's get started. First, I'd like to give some backstory. Who is Chaaya? To answer that question, we need to go back to the beginning. The name Chaaya comes from the Hindi language. It translates to shadow. I chose this name because the first ever concept I had for my VTuber model was a puffball of shadows, as you can see here. From there, this little puffball obtained a humanoid form, which is the model I used over the span of 4 years. The lore of Chaaya was that she would be an embodiment of a black hole. That's why my name is Cosmik Chaaya, aka a black hole. These were my previous logos. The appearance may have changed, but I am still the same me. And fun fact, this logo right here, this was made by the logo artist of my current logo. So yeah, it's really cool. Beautiful. Hello everyone. Hello Miss Chaaya. Hello. Yes, ready. Sorry for the tangents. Oh, that's fine. This will be cool. Burning witches. Oh yeah. Never forget. Christian communion is literally figuratively eating the flesh and blood of the Savior. Oh yeah. I mean, at least the grape juice is pretty delicious. Very beautiful. I like the color combo a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I enjoy all of my logos. But yeah, and you'll see something. I'm just gonna point this out really quickly. You'll see that this is a common symbol here. It looks like a flower. I'll talk a little bit about it a bit later. So, before I acquired my interest in Mesoamerican history, I had plans to re-debut with a new 2.0 model. I called this model Beast Chaaya. Her demeanor would be cold and menacing, as she was more attuned to her black hole nature. This is why you can see the black hole halo behind her. So this is Chaaya 1.0, my first ever model. This was my concept, or at least this was my progress on my Chaaya 2.0, aka Beast Chaaya. I never quite finished the design. I started this art in 2022, and over the span of a year, I worked on her on and off, never quite feeling satisfied with the look. What do you guys think? Also, you might know a lot more fan service on my model, and that's because I thought it just came with the job of being a VTuber, which of course is not true, but I was naive. As I gained a bit more direction in VTubing, I realized I wanted to move away from simple fan service. Not that anything is wrong with it, but it just didn't feel like me anymore. But yeah, what do you guys think of Beast Chaaya, the concept art of Beast Chaaya? Like I said, this was never really finished. But yeah, it's a product of its time. Very beautiful. I like the color combo. Chaaya is also an herb used in Mexico. Yeah, it is. It is. So, like an Aztec goddess who creates black holes. By the way, your old model is very pretty. Thank you. Yeah. I'll get into the lore of my current model shortly. Esa es la Chaaya. There's one letter of difference. Yeah, you know what? When I was like getting a bit more serious with Mesoamerican history, I was thinking of getting rid of the extra A. And I told my chat. I told chat and I told my followers on Twitter. I was like, "Hey guys, like, you know, I'm not really feeling the extra A anymore. Like, maybe I could just take it off and I could just be like the Chaaya plant from Mexico." But they were like, "No, we like the extra A." So I kept it. And now I'm glad I kept it because like we still stuck with the black hole theme. Okay, the black hole halo is so cool. Yeah, thank you. Very different, but I can see the posture. And you're cool. Yes, yes. This is actually the base of my current model. That's so true. The galaxy looking hair is so awesome. Yeah, even the galaxy pattern. The galaxy pattern, it was just taken from this model. The old model is alright, but I'm a lot more partial to the current one because girl gets some sun. Yeah. I mean, the reason why she has such I guess pale skin, it's just for like design contrast, really. Technically she just has like light purple skin. But that could come across as just being pale. She looks like a dark god. Yeah. I don't understand Spanish, but I'm guessing I spelled Chaaya wrong based on what Chaaya said. There's two Chaayas. Chaaya, like in my name, is Hindi. Chaaya with one A. With one A is just the plant. It's amazing. Thank you! I didn't even notice the similarities to the current model until it was pointed out. Yeah, because like this model, I spent a lot of time with the pose and stuff. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna reuse it for the current one. Okay, moving on. This shift let me oh crap, I have to repeat that. This shift left me at a standstill with the design. This is when I decided to work with other artists to help bring a new vision to life. I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. The whole day my voice has been a little like raspy. Sorry for clearing my throat. Don't worry, that's just those similar words but not the same. Hello Chaaya, hello Luak! How are you? Welcome. Hold on, I'm on mute and really clear out my throat. Okay, I'm back. Okay. I first reached out to Kari, aka Big Bang Edge, to work on a formal dress for Beast Chaaya. This would be an alternate outfit for the main design. Here are a few concept sketches. I was amazed at how well she was coming along. Look at her, she's so pretty. She's a very talented artist, chat. Make sure to check her out. And here is the final design. This was a formal party dress to celebrate special occasions. Isn't she lovely? Kari did an amazing job. This was a huge step forward, and from there I had a newfound inspiration to tackle the main design once more. I reached out to another artist, this time Saren, an artist from the FGO community I was a part of back then. I had seen her fan servant designs, and from there I knew I couldn't trust her with Beast Chaaya. Here are the final Here are the final results. She truly cooked with this design, down to every little detail. In fact, you'll see an Easter egg of Kamazatsu's earring. At the time, he was my favorite character and my gateway into Mesoamerican history. This design was completed in mid-2024, and I promptly began working on the model, leading the project into 2025. In total, I had been working on Beast Chaaya for 3 years, so when I finally showed her off to my community, they were very hyped. It seemed everything was ready to kick off, but then something unexpected happened. I started blowing up in the Mesoamerican community. The turning point for me was the explosive growth that came with my animation of dancing with Huitzilopochtli. I had many people asking me about the lore behind such a silly meme, and when I wanted to talk about it in a video, I felt strange using any of my models, which is why my follow-up storytime video uses my voice and the speed paint instead. You guys remember dancing with Huitzilopochtli? The little gremlin. And now, despite my love for Chaaya 1.0 and Beast Chaaya, I started to feel disconnected from her. She could no longer represent my voice. Yeah, and I look back at these designs and I'm like, yo, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Both of them are gorgeous. I really like also how this formal dress came out. And you'll see actually the ponytail concept here with Beast Chaaya. And lo and behold, I have a ponytail today. They got amazing colors. Oh, did the star pattern on the formal dress move like the hair on your current model? Yes, that was the idea for, like, you know, if these would have become models, all of the galaxy effects would have sparkled. That's a lot of elements I noticed. Skirt, feathers, hair. Yes, because, so if you guys remember, my original form is this puffball. I was just a little puffball. So that's why, you know, I wanted to include fluffiness into the design. And here's my puffball tail. And then the horns, I was just like, I just like horns. Sorry, I'm too new for that, but love the gift. Thank you! I like how the bottom of the dress, like petals of a flower. Yes, the flower symbolism is very important for sure. Yes, comes as a giant Mayan bat god. Yeah, so this earring right here, I told the artist, I was like, you know what? I want a little Easter egg of Kamazotz from Fate Grand Order because he's my favorite. And yeah, there is that earring. A lot more mommy. I like it, but the current one is still my favorite. But you could put a new model in the old outfit if you ever want an update costume change. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever go back to these designs because it would just be like kind of random. But I do like the fact that they exist. Like they were important, you know. We wouldn't have the model we have now if it weren't for these designs. So I'm happy they exist. It's a very nice effect. You should use your old design, especially your 2.0 for Halloween events. That would be cool. Digimon Evolution be like, yeah. I do have one quick curious question for you. Are you and your community possibly kind, caring, and non-judgmental? Basically no discrimination, right? Because I also have a minor mental disability. Oh yeah, this is a place for everyone, of course. We are an inclusive space. As long as you're not, like, you know, just evil. Like an evil person. I don't want to get political, but you know who I'm talking about. You know the kinds of people I'm talking about. I know you're asking Chaaya, but in my experience, yes. Okay, now moving on. So yeah, despite my love for Chaaya 1.0 and Beast Chaaya, I started to feel disconnected from her. She could no longer represent my voice. Which leads us to the pivot. This was a very difficult choice for me, as I had invested a lot of time and money into Beast Chaaya, but in the end, I chose to follow my heart. As I mentioned before, FGO Kamazotz was my gateway into Mesoamerican history. I fell in love with his design and story in Lost Belt 7, and I was never the same since. He rewired my brain, y'all. For real, he rewired it. I'm no longer the same person I was before. Thanks to Kamazotz. And this is my art of him. Yeah, he's so beautiful. I drew all these tattoos by hand, by the way. That is my love for Kamazotz. My love for him kicked off a project I called the Kamagura AU. This fic would star FGO Kamazotz and the female MC Gudako in a romantic adventure set in Mesoamerica. Along the way, another character joined the crew, Quetzalcoatl. That is when the story shifted and came to be known as Eternal Sunshine. Look at it, Quetzalcoatl is so cute. And you guys may know this character now as Annie. So she had a redesign as well. But back then she was literally Gudako from Fate Grand Order. Now she is known as Annie. And she has brown hair and darker skin to fit in with the time period. Evento canonico. That was intricate. That is dedication. Damn, how long did that take? You know, by the time I drew this, I had been drawing Kamazotz a lot. So I had memorized, and I still know how to draw his tattoos. So I don't know, maybe like half an hour, maybe. Once you know how to draw them, it's just like boop 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 boop. That's some awesome artwork. Thank you. And then this artwork was made by 3PM Sun, and I did the coloring, so I did all the shading here. I still can't get how good your art is. It's so amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So am I, but very minor. Always respectful. Yay. Okie dokie. Next slide. The more I studied Mesoamerican history, the more I fell in love with it. It reminded me of the stories my mom would tell me as a kid. Over the course of 2024, I drew many different gods and figures from the culture, learning more about the history every day. With this experience came an idea. What about a Mesoamerican themed Chaaya? Brilliant, I thought. Now, all of these chibis, I drew these on a daily basis during October. So, you know how in October they do this event called Inktober? It's a challenge to draw something every day. So someone in the Mesoamerican community, her name is Shiu Giwat. She created a custom list of prompts for Inktober, and she called it De Octubre. And so I followed her list and drew all the little gods from that list and made them into chibis. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot from drawing these chibis. Is Annie still on the lore? Yeah, she is. She is. She is shipped with Quetzalcoatl and Topiltzin. And also, that is good to know. Sometimes I usually ask that before I consider sub, because you never know. There were a few YouTube communities that were so kind and understanding. Oh no, that's unfortunate to hear. The triangles of the tattoo remind me of the tattoos of South Pacific Islanders. Yeah. By the way, love your chibi Aztec gods here. Thank you. I know I have consistently failed Inktober since 2020. I have only succeeded Inktober twice in my entire life. One time with Oberon. I drew Oberon from Fate Grand Order every day. And then another time with the chibis. I would like to do another run of chibis, because this was year 2. So the person Shiukiwa, she's also a Mesoamerican artist. Do check her out. She had done one for 2023, but I wasn't really into the community at that time, so I didn't do those chibis. I followed her 2024 prompts. But I could always go back and do the 2023 list. And I'd actually love to do that. So, who knows? If not this year, we'll attempt it next year. Okay. Next slide. I hopped on the project, motivated by the countless support in the Mesoamerican community. I would take on the challenge myself to create another Chaaya, one that would embody my new voice. I started with some concept sketches. At first, I still felt attached to my original model, which is why you can see the horns and the puffball tail. In my first concepts, I played with the idea of Chaaya with casual attire inspired by Mesoamerican culture. And instead of a black hole entity, she would be a simple schoolgirl studying history in Mexico. In these early stages, I told myself I didn't want to be a god-type character. This is because the Aztec gods were already going to form part of my stories, and associating Chaaya with an existing divinity would eventually add problems to my lore. I thought a simple schoolgirl... Sorry, I need to repeat that. I thought a simple scholar or scribe would suffice. Salamadre era un nahual. I know I have consistently failed October 21. But yeah, here are my my first few sketches. I was like, you know what? We can do a like casual clothing, maybe. Casual Mexican, slightly inspired by Mesoamerica, like with the cactli and maybe the quechua meat. So I tried my best, chat. I tried my best. Here are some of the polished designs for schoolgirl. Oh my gosh, is that Star Traveler? Hi, Star Traveler, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you? Welcome, raiders. My name is Chaaya. I am the Aztec goddess of black holes, and I like to make educational and creative works based on Prehispanic history. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're talking about my model design notes, and I'm going over the lore of my previous models and how they transferred over to my new model. Sorry Raid, hello! Yay, sorry Raid! Hello, hello, hello. I haven't seen a VTuber break down their model design before. This is neat. Oh, thank you, Spinfoil Ham. Glad you enjoyed it. Star Traveler, thank you for the follow. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're doing well. I've seen you on Twitter and you seem really cool. Thank you, I appreciate it, Star Traveler. And I always appreciate a fellow cosmic themed or space themed VTuber. So thank you again for stopping by. Oh, also we are doing a charity today, so all proceeds, all revenue from this stream will be directly donated to help the indigenous communities affected by the Ontario wildfires. If you prefer to donate directly, you can use the link in the pinned comment or the one that my moderator Percy Pixels just added into the chat. So thank you guys again for the support. And let us keep the indigenous people affected by these wildfires in our thoughts and prayers. Us noobs are getting lore pilled! That artwork has very gremlin energy. Yeah. Muito bonito. Yes, of course. Yay. Okay, let me redo this slide one more time. So here are some of the polished designs for schoolgirl Chaaya. Look familiar? I used these for my very first history videos here on YouTube. But I wanted to push this concept even further to better express the new direction of my content. I wanted the Mesoamerican aspects front and center. Here is another concept sketch. This was inspired by Citlaltin project on Twitter. When I saw this picture they posted, I was like, OMG, I need that! I love the combination of a modern dress and traditional Citlaltin. But when I put it on myself as Chaaya, it still didn't resonate with me. It was, I was at a standstill, again. So I decided to take a step back and rethink. Let me just zoom in a little bit, in case it's hard to see. And here I actually had those notes I mentioned earlier, where I didn't want to be a god. I thought that being a simple schoolgirl, scholar, or scribe would be enough. And right there I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just have like kind of like a formal like dress or something with the Citlaltin, but it just wasn't working, chat. It was not working. So, like I said, I was at a standstill again. So I decided to take a step back and rethink. That is when I remembered Beast Chaaya, the embodiment of a black hole. And then I realized there is no Aztec god of black holes. Such a concept would have been beyond anyone at the time. This idea was the birth of the Chaaya you know now. Chaaya Tlayowani, the one who darkens, the black hole goddess. Though there was no existing concept of black holes in Mesoamerican lore, I decided to dive deeper and pick out existing remnants that could fit into this concept. It would be a mix of history and science. Hooray! History and science! After some digging, I found something intriguing. It had to do with the Aztec calendar, which comprised of 18 months with 20 days each and 5 extra days at the end of the year. These 5 days were known as the Nemontemi. They were considered the most unlucky. If you started any projects, they were doomed to fail. If you fell sick or fell down, so if you fell or got sick, you would never recover. Any bad events occurring during these days would follow you for the rest of the year. In order to avoid any accidents, people chose to refrain from any activities during these days. Instead, they remained indoors, reflecting over the past year and the new year to come. A time to reset. Finally, unlike any other calendrical days, these days had no god associated with them. So if you were born on this day, it was considered very unfortunate as no god would be there to preside over you. You would spend the rest of your life as an unfortunate, unaccounted nobody. Oh, you're an OC Aztec goddess? Okay, that's pretty awesome. Yeah! Right now we're gonna talk about my lore as the Aztec goddess of black holes. And here are some of the representations of the Nemontemi. They were usually represented by these like little bundles. As I thought about these auspicious days, I felt the Nemontemi were symbolically like a black hole, uncertain, mysterious, situated at the end of time, yet at the precipice of a new beginning. And with such days lacking a patron god, this just meant I had a vacant spot to add a new one. Once I had a historical anchor, I turned to the science of black holes. During my creation of Beast Chaaya, I had done extensive research into their nature. One of my favorite theories about black holes is the holographic principle. According to this theory, when something falls into a black hole, its information isn't destroyed. Instead, its three-dimensional form is encoded onto the two-dimensional surface of the event horizon, archived for eons to come. And beyond the black hole's event horizon lied endless potential universes, spanning beyond our concept of space and time. The same story that had reached its end had the potential of being retold in an infinite amount of ways. These concepts reminded me of how the Aztec recorded their own history. Information about their world was recorded in pictorial codices, preserved across flat two-dimensional pages. And across these codices, the same legends could unfold in an infinite amount of ways, retold generation after generation. I do like how you blend your OC and Aztec culture. Thank you! It was tough, chat. I had to really dig deep in order to make it work, because I was like, how the heck do I make a new god? Because I feel like the Aztec pantheon has so many different gods, and they cover like a good amount of all sorts of concepts and themes that we encounter in our life here on this earth. So I was like, yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I guess I got lucky that Beast Chaaya was a black hole, and I was like, well, they didn't have a black hole goddess, because it's like, you know, who knew about black holes? Black holes were discovered, I think, in the 1940s? 1930s? No, like 1970s. They were confirmed in like the 1970s. But before that, they were simply like theorized. Mesoamerican pantheon is very complete. Yeah. Okay, moving forward. This was the key. As someone who would create educational content and countless fictional worlds... Oh crap, I need to repeat that, sorry chat. This was the key. As someone who would create educational content and countless fictional worlds based on historical events, this concept fit perfectly with my new voice. And here you can see my Cosmik Codex, as you can see it in my room. And here is the Cosmik Codex you see in my starting soon screen. Exoplanets were only confirmed in the 1990s. That's so cool, yeah. They're called planets. Oh wait, exoplanets, planets beyond our solar system. And did you know that there are planets that orbit a black hole, and they are called planets? With the lore set in place, it was time to tackle the design process once more. Now, before moving on to my design notes, if you like this sort of content, make sure to check out my Patreon. It's filled with in-depth articles about all my art and designs, exploring the history and creative decisions behind every piece, just like we are doing now. Not all of these notes see the light of day, so if you like my work and want to support it further, this is my exclusive gift to you. And here are some of the recent articles I did. You'll see a lot of 8 deer right now, but I have a massive backlog, and like I said, there's a lot of notes that I just never like released. Mainly has to do with the character limit in Twitter and like pretty much any other platform. Cause like, bro, like at least with Quetzalcoatl, I made a whole book about him, so. So that's the kind of stuff you will find over on my Patreon. Now without further ado, let's check out my design notes. As usual, my first course of action was to create a few concept sketches, but unlike my previous attempts, I was able to get a solid idea pretty quickly. On the left, you can see my first ever sketch of Chaaya Tlayowani. And shortly after, I was able to refine the sketch into the version you see on the right. It was like a sudden rush of inspiration. When I stepped back to gaze at the semi-polished piece, I knew this was it. But it's commendable. It feels like it could have been conceived in that time. I kind of got into that astronomy, and I started to wonder if ancient people, how much of what we know could they have seen? You know, considering the light pollution we see today, I just wonder how much they knew about the night sky just by gazing at the stars each night. Actually, how tall is your model Chaaya? Like, canonically, is she human-sized or more the size of an actual black hole? Yeah, yeah, I'm very big. I posted a picture not too long ago of my size. I'm 50 million kilometers tall. Yeah. So your son, chat. 1 second. Let me bring it. Your son is like this to me. It's very cute. I like your son. It'd be like a cute little snack for me. But I'm too far away to eat your son, so you guys are okay. I think it would be very devastating if you guys lost your son, so I'm not gonna do that. Please don't eat our son like a cookie. I will, I promise, but I do eat lots of sons, just like your son. They're quite delicious. And the planets, they're like little crumbs, like they're like little mini candies. Let's see here. Exoplanets were covered in 1990s. Right now my sub channels are a little bit overwhelming. I'll save this stream to my watch later list. That way when my channel becomes less crowded, I'll come back to sub to you. Yay! Okay. Look up. Please don't eat our soul like I could leave soul alone. We're gonna get switched because we're smaller than ants. Lol. I know people were like, oh Chaaya, like can we sacrifice ourselves to you? And I was like, I mean you could, but it would be like giving me a dust particle, you know? Like I won't even feel it. So I think you guys should just live out your lives and you know, live long and fulfilling lives. It's fine. I'll be eating stars and planets and all that. It's okay. I have no need for human sacrifice. I already have plenty of sacrifices as is. You ate our entire solar system, bro. Impossible to not look at your boobs. They cover half the sky. That's crazy that my one titty is bigger than your entire sun. Chaaya seeing the planet. A Skittle! Holy Mary Joseph life. Planet entirely made out of sacrifices for Chaaya. Yeah, it'd still be like eating a Skittle. Isn't that crazy? Like, I could consume your entire planet and it'll just be like a Skittle. And I'll be like, man, I'm hungry still. Bro, what is this? Are the stars spicy? Some of them are. Not all of them. I personally like, I like planets because they have like a molten core. So it's like a nice crunch, but inside it's very soft and warm. I like it. Would you say one of your domains is Misfits as well? Misfits? What do you mean by Misfits? I'm curious. Have you encountered Galaxis or Unicron before? I don't think so. I don't think so. I have encountered other black holes though. And they're beautiful and Aztec like me. My favorite is of course Ton 618. He's my husband. Okay, moving on. She was a mix of various Aztec gods associated with celestial objects. My list of gods include Mixcoatl, god of the Milky Way, Goyolxauhqui, goddess of the moon, Tonatiuh, the sun god, Itzpapalot, the obsidian butterfly and queen of the star demons, and lastly Tlahuizcalpantecutli, the lord of dawn and the morning star Venus. Pieces of their designs can be found all over my model, mixed with traditional iconography relating to all things space. Let's take a look at the different details. First, her hair accessories. They are comprised of multiple pieces, one of them being an assortment of flint knives. These knives are known as tekpat, and they were very significant to Aztec culture and belief. Primarily associated with sacrifice, these tools represented the bridge between our mortal selves and the divine. As the knife pierced into its victims, their shed blood would reach the heavens and nourish the gods, ensuring the universe's continued existence. As per their origin, in one account, the tekpat was said to have descended from the heavens themselves. Upon descending to the earth, it shattered into many pieces, and from those remnants, the very first gods were formed. Such significance is the reason the flint knife adorns a multitude of gods, either as a simple clothing accessory, a held item, or part of their very anatomy. In my case, I decided to incorporate them as hair accessories into the border of my skirt and also as my tongue. Mainly taking inspiration from Tonatiuh, but such a concept was not exclusive to him. We see the tekpat tongue on Mictlantecutli as well. As a black hole goddess, I don't eat humans, but I do eat pretty much everything else. The tekpat represents my destructive yet sacred role in the universe. Yo lads, I have awakened from my 30,000 years of sleep. Hi Arthur, welcome. Literary volcano cake. Have you encountered Galactus Unicron? Oh wait, I read that already. Well, Cosby, I have to get going now, but it was a pleasure to meet you and everyone, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care, beautiful. Thank you. Take care, Dylan. Thank you for stopping by. What would one Nahuatl language term be to refer to the Milky Way? Mixcoatl. Literally, it's just Mixcoatl, which means cloud snake. Whoa! Tekpat tongue, amazing. Yeah. My tekpat tongue. And guys, I just think the tekpat looks so cute. Look at them. They have faces. They have faces. I want one. I want them as pets. Mixcoatl. Yeah, Mixcoatl. So this is Mixcoatl. He is the god of the Milky Way, but his name translates to cloud snake because when you look at the Milky Way in the night sky, it looks like a cloud snake. I mean, right now we're used to calling it the Milky Way because it's like, you know, it's like a path made out of milk. But to the Nahuatl people, they looked up and they saw a cloud snake. Hence, Mixcoatl. Now I kind of want to do fan art, but I'm already having a backlog, so probably not as good as you. Oh, no worries, no worries. All fan art, any fan art is greatly appreciated. I love to see all of you guys' drawings. Yo, Chaaya, I'm here after a long 3 hours of playing Minecraft with friends. Low-key, they stole my iron and bread. How dare they? Yeah, the faces are cool, Snack. I love that they look like having googly eyes. Right, they have their little googly eyes. Username. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. I'm imagining them falling from the sky and landing sharp side down into the ground with their faces sticking up. Right, they're so cute. Yeah, I see that too. Adorable. I love those tekbat. Okay, moving on. Next, I'd like to talk about the gold part of my hair accessories. Initially, I had it shaped as a lotus flower. This was a leftover symbol from my original Chaaya model. So you can see the lotus flower here. Lotus flowers were always very important to my lore. It's why they are my channel points to this day. I eventually changed this gold piece into a butterfly shape to better fit with my Mesoamerican theme. However, the lotus is making a comeback. I wonder why. Moving on. Next, I'd like to talk about my red hair ribbons, particularly the red loops on the side, or the red loops on my side bang. This was taken directly from Lord Mishkwat, and it was as simple as that. You'll note later on just how common these red ribbons were. Next up, we have my face paint, which was directly inspired by Tlahuizcalpantecutli, the Lord of Dawn. It consists of a dark gray color surrounding the eyes like a mask, with white dots along its perimeter. I used this face paint because, oh crap, I need to repeat that. I used this face paint design for my own depiction of Tlahuizcalpantecutli as well. Speaking of my Tlahuizcalpantecutli design, there is another detail I share with him. The sparkle of my eyes. When I designed Tlahuiz, I wanted him to have a striking gaze. Yay, yay. Percy, you're distracting me! I'm just kidding. When I designed Tlahuizcalpantecutli, I wanted him to have a striking gaze. He was the final form of my Topiltzin Quetzalcoatl, reborn as the planet Venus. Tlahuizcalpantecutli was described as a dangerous divinity, whose brilliant rays equated to fiery darts that caused harm to humans. In my own lore, I imagined that dangerous brilliance as lasers shooting from their eyes. I took inspiration from FGO characters like Karna with his eye lasers and Tiamat with her sparkled eyes. From there, I established that all my cosmic deities would have these sparkled eyes. Myself as Chaaya was no exception. So here we see my Tlahuizcalpantecutli, and this is my design of Ton 618. The record holder for biggest black hole observed by us. Potentially there is another black hole by the name of Phoenix A star that rivals his size, but for now, as per what has been confirmed, Ton 618 is still the champion, and he is my husband. He's my husbando, chat. I love him. I want to kiss him. The sparkle animation is so cool. Thank you! Hey Chaaya, have you heard the theory of the Pakal spaceship sculpted on his tomb? I have heard a little bit about it, not in depth. But to that, my response is, there are a bunch of like random things in pre-Hispanic codices that look like, could seem like spaceships and stuff, but it's just coincidences. In fact, there is one, it's funny, there's this one depiction where one of the Mexica Tlatoanis, they're on their throne, and beneath, they're like floating, and their throne has like fire, so it looks like he has a rocket ship throne. And it's like, yeah, could that mean that our Aztec bros had a spaceship throne? They had a rocket throne? Yeah, I guess so. If you look at it, it looks like a rocket throne, but more likely the flame beneath his throne, and when you look at it in the context of the page, it just goes to show that that emperor had conquered the places depicted on that same page. So I think a similar thing could happen with Bakal's spaceship. I mean, when you look at it, first glance, it's like, yo, that's a freaking spaceship, but when you look at it in the context of the entire piece, it's like, oh, like, it most likely means something else. Oh, so you've already designed other black holes. Yes, I have designed not Tlahuisca, but Ton 618. I have ideas for other cosmic beings like the Great Attractor, Phoenix A Star, Cygnus X. I have concepts for them, but you know, with my limited time, there's only so many characters I can draw. But yes, I want to make more though. I love them. I love them so much. How many husbandos do you have? Leave some for us. No. I only have one. I only have one that's like, you know, this is like legit my husband. My husband. And I have a twin brother, but we won't talk about him. He's annoying. Eat your heart out, Coco Channel. That's fashion. Or are they all polyamorous, huh? Not in my case, at least. Not in my case. Ton is just my hubby. He's my hubby. That sounds like the theory that ancient Egyptians had a helicopter. Very cool. Love the personification of cosmic structures. Yeah, I'm so excited for Cygnus X. Cygnus X1 because he has another star beside him and he's sacrificing the star. So cool. Okay, moving on. Here is one of my arts of Tlahuizcalpantecutli shooting a laser from his eye in defiance of the god Tonatiuh. And I made this for a Twitter trend. I don't know if you guys remember that Twitter trend where you would post 4 individual images and the border between all of them would create this cross effect. And so I was like, oh my gosh, Tlahuizcalpantecutli would be perfect for that. So there you have it. Interestingly enough, this worked out perfectly. Later on, I discovered that Venus was often depicted as a cross shape, as seen in Topiltzin Quetzalcoatl's cape in Codex Vaticanus. In fact, amongst his various accounts, Topiltzin was described leaving cross symbols behind as he journeyed away from Tolan. And you know the Catholic Church had a field day with that one. But that is a topic for another video. Lastly, this sort of sparkle/cross symbol can also be seen in Mayan glyphs depicting Venus. So here is the Mayan glyph for Venus. But yeah, it's funny. I read that in 2 books. In one book, it's called The Myth of Quetzalcoatl. It was when the Spaniards arrived to the Mayan region. And they saw that there were like these crosses around, and like they were like, "What the heck is up with this?" And then the Mayan people were like, "Oh yeah, that's Topiltzin. He left them around here." And then the Spanish were like, "Surely he must have been a prophet, because obviously we invented the concept of cross symbols. There's no possible way any other person could think of putting cross symbols around the area. Crazy." Yeah, it's pretty funny. Sounds like a superhero movie. Oh. I'm getting astronomy poured into my brain. Twin, like hero twins? Yeah, I have a twin! His name is M31 Star. He is the black hole of the Andromeda Galaxy. One day we're gonna merge together. And, yeah, that'll be the end of Chaaya as you know it. We'll see which black hole reigns supreme. Me or my twin. Isn't that trend still done every now and then? I suppose so, yeah. Hola, ¿qué hace? Hola, Rain. ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenido. Very Spanish thing to do a lot of the time. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Now, continuing on the subject of her eyes, you'll notice she has a red tint at the outer edge of her eye. This is not makeup. The white of her eye is actually tinted red. This is very common in pre-Hispanic codices. Gods and legendary figures are portrayed with a red tint in their eye because it resembles a star glyph. Stars were believed to be the eyes of gods, gazing down on humanity, hence the resemblance. Also, they're not Pokeballs. The star glyph came first. Okay, so Pokemon Company, Nintendo, y'all better back off because this came first. Okay, no son Pokeballas. Ow! That scared me. It actually made me jump. That would make for awesome artwork. What was those places Spaniards first landed on mainland America? Was it Florida or Central America? No, I think it was like the Caribbean islands, no? And then later the Mayan region. At least for the Spaniards. Wait, wait, those black holes that unite from a planet or another galaxy. No, M31 star is the supermassive black hole in the center of the Andromeda galaxy. So whenever us in the Milky Way merge with the Andromeda galaxy, then I'm gonna merge with my brother, which is kind of weird, and we're just gonna become a new being. So yeah. I love the idea of stars being eyes. Can totally see that. Chat throw Pokeball, how dare. How dare. Hi Nomada. Alright, Costa Rica. Tayua, your art and the history behind it are amazing. Tlacosakamati for sharing, teaching, and representing the culture with respect. Thank you! Mikisli Kawitli. Cuautli. Mikisli Cuautli. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for enjoying my work. I appreciate it. There was a Spaniard who ended up in Florida. Lol. As he should have. These eyes look like the gods' new herbs other than Chaaya. It's a whole tale. Is that the black hole that NASA photographed? Yeah, that's me. That's me. They took a picture of me. I don't think I came out that great. I think I was a little too like nervous and I moved around a lot. But it's okay. Alright. Moving on. Now let's talk about my hair. The white spots were inspired by the moon goddess Coyolxauhqui, which in turn were a reflection of Aztec depictions of the night sky. I took a slight creative liberty in making some of the spots into little star shapes, because they look cute. So yeah, here is a depiction of the night sky. You see it's just a black background with white spots. And you see that same concept here in the hair of Coyolxauhqui. And also in mine. Looks like we covered my head parts, so now let's move down to my upper body. The prominent design you see in the center of my collar is another symbol for Venus. It is commonly depicted in conjunction with what we call a sky band. Sky bands, as the name suggests, served as symbolic representations of the sky and the rising and setting of the sun. The two colored bands are also associated with Venus, and I use those two bands as visual motifs throughout my design. Here you can see it at the bottom, edge of my blouse. So there's these two colored bands, yellow and red, which you can also see here in the sky band. And here it's colored green, but I went with this depiction because this is more attuned to the night sky. Oh yeah, the Calusa killed him. Wah! The story of the Spanish expedition that got stranded in Florida is absolutely wild. The fallen goddess, yeah! Okay, moving on. Here are a few more depictions of the Venus glyph. Unlike regular star glyphs, Venus was always portrayed with rays, attesting to its brilliance as the morning and evening star. Also, fun fact, you can find this sky band along the side of the famous Piedra del Sol. So here you see the dots that represent the simple stars. Here are the two colored bands, and then here is the symbol for Venus. So yeah, we usually see the Piedra del Sol front facing, but this is what it looks like on the side. Very interesting. Now let's Now let's move on to my Anawat, the pectoral amulet here. You'll notice this item was missing in my initial sketch, and that's because it wasn't in my plans at all. It's all thanks to Majora Z, who suggested I add one after taking a look at my concept sketch. So make sure to check him out. He provides excellent in-depth threads about Mesoamerican history, and he always provides a helping hand for my history videos as well. So thanks again, Majora! You the best! Before speaking about my own anawat, I'd like to explain the significance of these accessories. The pictorial accessory was often symbolic to a god or figure, to the point that you can identify them by their pictorial alone. In Quetzalcoatl's case, it is the wind amulet Ehecacoscatl. For Tezcatlipoca, it is his smoking mirror. So here's the Ehecacoscatl. Let me zoom in a little bit on Quetzalcoatl here. This is the wind amulet, Ehecacoscatl. It is a cross-cut conch shell. And here is the smoking mirror on Tezcatlipoca. Very iconic to him. These accessories were made from precious materials. Oh crap, I need to repeat that. Oh, also, what's up? What's up? Thank you for following. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, excuse me, I had to burp a little bit. Okay, these accessories were made from precious materials such as shells, obsidian, and turquoise. They were worn around the neck with red leather straps. So here we see again the Ehecacoscatl of Quetzalcoatl. It is a cross-cut conch shell. And here we see the pictorial of Tezcatlipoca made from abalone shell. So it's pretty cool to see their real-life counterparts, because we're usually used to seeing them as like a pictorial image. But here we see them as they actually were. Majora's got me into Mesoamerica. Is the shell associated with wind because of its sound when you hold it into your ear? Potentially, I think what I have seen more often is that the shell has this sort of loopy design inside when you cut it in that way. And that loopy design was very iconic to the wind. In fact, Quetzalcoatl's temples were always made circular because wind, it was thought of to be like just very curved and free. Those are cool amulets, right? Finally managed to catch the stream, and on my b-day no less. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! What's up? Thank you for stopping by. Is your color just referencing Aztec culture, or does it also take from another non-American culture? Oh my goodness! But Largus, thank you for the super chat! You are the first VTuber I've seen who not just discusses history but embodies it in her model. I love it. Thank you so much, Balargus! I really appreciate it. I'm so glad you like my model, and thank you for stopping by the stream and listening in onto all the different details that made the model you see today what it is. Happy birthday, happy birthday! ¿Acaso ese rótulo en tu collar es usted, su verdadera forma, o sola una representación? Es una representación de mí, como un agujero negro. Ahorita voy a hablar un poco más sobre este diseño. Okay, so now moving on. For my anawat, Majora initially guys, I'm sorry. This is what happens when I'm recording YouTube videos. It's always like this. It's like okay. For my anawat, Majora initially suggested a butterfly pictorial to keep in tune with the butterfly ornament in my hair. But after completing it, I wasn't quite satisfied. That is where I took creative liberty and constructed something I could deem symbolic for Chaaya. A symbol that one could take one look at and think, yes, that is a black hole. So this was the original art, chat. It was a turquoise butterfly, or at least a what's it called? A very stylized turquoise butterfly. But then I was like, you know what? We're gonna cook a little bit more with this. And now we have the pictorial you see today. I took inspiration from Tezcatlipoca's anawat, the smoking mirror. According to his lore, Tezcatlipoca observes humanity by gazing into his obsidian mirror. Chaaya does the very same thing. She observes humanity and records their history for eternity. However, her anawat is not a mirror. It is an endless void. The two blue rays on the sides are inspired by the sun rays associated with Tonatiuh. You can see them clearly here on the Piedra del Sol. Black holes are infinite voids, but they can also shine as brilliant as the sun, if not even brighter. So yeah, here are the rays that I added to the side. And with Tonatiuh, he usually has 4. But for me, I was like, this looks like a black hole when you look at it. So yeah, that is the lore of my pectoral. Vale, gracias. You take care also. I'm gonna head off. Take care, everyone. I'll definitely be watching the rest of the stream. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Rest up. And thank you again for stopping by. That's so cool. Me encanta cómo quedó. Gracias. Muchas gracias. Un papalot mariposa. De hecho, creo que el agujero negro te queda mejor claro. La mariposa tampoco se mira mal. Sí, al inicio, sí. Es que fue una sugerencia de Majora Z. Y bueno, lo pinté, pero luego dije, como que siento que necesita algo más. Y entonces es cuando saqué la idea del agujero negro. Y creo que sí, que quedó mejor para el concepto de mi modelo. Yeah, I picked up on the black hole connection right away when I saw your amulet for the first time. Yes, I'm so glad. Yay, 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 yay. Kind of looks like a half Naui Olin. Oh, I can see that too. Yeah. Okie dokie, moving on. And also just a reminder, the link that Percy just posted, that is our charity for tonight's stream. So if you want to donate directly, you could do so through that link. And if not, all proceeds generated in this stream through ads, super chat, subs, anything will also be donated for the cause to help the indigenous communities affected by the Ontario wildfires. Okay, moving on. My earrings also match my pectoral, just a bit more simplified. And you guys don't usually see them because they're covered by my hair bangs, but I mean, if I tilt my head a little bit, you guys could see them. Yatta! Now let's take a look at my skirt. The border of flint knives was directly inspired by Itzpapalot's skirt. Not only do they look fashionable, they are also very dangerous. As a black hole, I am constantly spinning, ripping stars to pieces if they get too close. Teehee! Teehee! So yeah, I just imagine, like, with my skirt, you know how when you spin, the skirt kind of, like, goes around you like a circle? So that's kind of how I imagine myself. I'm just spinning and then, ripping stars to shreds, because that's what black holes do. Yum, 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 yum. It goes spinny, yeah. It's so interesting. Black holes, they're all the same. All black holes are the same. The only thing that is unique about them is their mass, their, crap. It's their mass and their spin. Oh my gosh, is that Babby Duck? Babby Duck, hello! Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you guys? Welcome, raiders. My name is Chaaya. I am the Aztec goddess of black holes, and I like to create educational and creative works based on pre-Hispanic history. Thank you again for stopping by. Welcome. Today we're talking about my design notes for my model. They're all based on history. And I was talking about how the knives at the flint knives at the edge of my skirt, of course they were inspired by the goddess Itzpapalot, but they also serve a thematic purpose. Oh my goodness, hello Magicus does things. Hi. I'm glad I could finally make it to the stream. Thank you so much for the super chat. Welcome Magicus. I really appreciate it. All these proceeds will go to supporting the indigenous communities affected by the wildfires. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so happy. Oh wow, hooray. Ahora que pongo atención, sí se nota patrones y referencias a la naturaleza de Chaaya, como el agujero negro que es ella. Sí, gracias. Y pensé mucho sobre todos estos detalles y me da gusto poder compartirlos hoy. I put a lot of thought into all of these little design aspects, so I'm glad I'm able to share them. Thank you. Okay, let us continue forward. The colored bands make a reappearance here as well. So remember we spoke about the two colored bands in the sky band, the yellow band and the red one. Here we see it again at the edge of my skirt. As for the white spots with red accents, this motif represents stars. They were very popular in Tilmatli designs, making part of the cape border. Here we see it on Itzcoatz's Tilmatli. Yeah, let's take a look at my man. One of my favorite Mesoamerican figures. His name is Itzcoatl. He was the first Mexica not the first Mexica. He was the first Mexica emperor. He was the first Mexica emperor. He basically created the Triple Alliance. So yeah, here we see the star border on his Tilmatli. And here is a modern recreation of that design onto a modern Tilmatli. And here we see it on my skirt. Okay, moving forward. Here are a few more examples. One is from a codex, and the other is from another modern recreation of the garment. So I'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit. I believe this is from Codex Mendoza, so you can see the starry border. And here we see it in a modern recreation. Isn't that lovely? I really want one. I want a Tilmatli. They're so beautiful. Y tus manos son garras. Sí, sí lo son, sí. Oh, wow, hooray. Pues tu cabello es igual de peligroso que tu falda. Sí, claro. Bueno, es que uno se puede perder en mi cabello, chat. It makes me so happy how the indigenous communities of the Americas now all look out for each other. Only together can they survive this world of colonizers. I know, I read a comment where it's like, you know, indigenous communities are pretty much the final bastion against this sort of colonial imperial movement that unfortunately continues to this day. I mean, one of the common struggles, a constant struggle I see is corporations and just greedy people wanting to take advantage of the lands of the indigenous people that belong to the indigenous people, the resources that belong to the indigenous people, and use it for their own gain. And it doesn't matter if they, you know, have to get rid of these people. So it's very heartbreaking to see. Ow! ¿Por qué me bonkean? So yeah, they are our final bastion against these horrible movements of colonialism and imperialism. So make sure to keep them in your thoughts. Make sure to keep them in your prayers if you are a prayer kind of person. And of course, if you have the means to do so, any sort of financial support goes a long way, especially when we all come together. Even if it's like something small, when we have the power of numbers, a lot of things can be done. So yeah, keep them in your thoughts, and keep using your voices to speak up for them. Okie dokie! Intersectionality is key, chat. Yeah! Many companies want to use important water sources from the Amazon. The indigenous people sustain on, sadly. Yeah, and it's like, it belongs to them, bro. It belongs to the people, not these disgusting companies who are really only looking for their own gain. And it's probably just some old white guy on the top who wants another yacht. And it's like, really? We're gonna see people suffer for a person to have a yacht? Like, that's so freaking stupid. But anyways, I could go on about this, but we're almost done with the lesson, so let us continue forward. Now onto my last few accessories. The red ribbons and golden bells were common for bracelets and anklets. For my feet, I chose to keep it simple and stay barefoot. I spend most of my time floating, so I have no need for shoes. The galaxy effect on my hands and feet were also inspired by codex art. It's common to see figures with different colored hands and feet, as you can see here in this codex depiction. It's just very common. So you see the feet are a different color, the hands as well. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I do the same thing, but I make them galaxies? Now, speaking of codex art, here is my codex form. The style closely resembles the art in Codex Borgia. This is one of the only surviving pre-Hispanic codices created before the arrival of the Spanish. It showcases the authentic pre-Hispanic art style of the Central Mexican people. The exact authors of this manuscript are unknown, but some possibilities include the Tlaxcalteca, Cholula, or the Mixtec people of Puebla. And yeah, this art style right here, it's like very kind of like geometric in comparison to the softer style of the Maya people. But yeah, this style was like kind of shared amongst the people that inhabited central Mexico. So like the Nahua, Mixtec. You could even see it, this style traced back to like Teotihuacan and the Toltec peoples. So yeah, it's very interesting, and I wanted to do my own version as well. So there's my gremlin form. And that, my friends, concludes my design notes. I hope you learned something new along the way. And here I am with my codex, always painting gods and figures I find intriguing. There are many stories to tell, so I hope you all continue sticking around for more content like this. Thank you again for stopping by the stream. I really appreciate all of you stopping by and listening to my silly little lessons. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. And also, I really love this art. Man, this was made by a very talented artist. Her name is Wolo. I think I just called them Wolo. And yeah, they make very beautiful art that aligns with that traditional look and feel. So there I am. Hey. W lesson teach. Yeah, thank you. I need to go. I will definitely come back and watch the VOD. Thank you, Baller Gus. Thank you again for stopping by. How would you feel about someone designing their own Aztec gods? I keep thinking personifying the Einstein-Rosen bridge theory would be really cool. That's what got me interested in black holes in the first place. Oh, design their own. Yeah, go for it. Creative liberty for everyone. I do not own these concepts. Well, I own my own specific like lore and my own specific like designs. I mean, if you want to do some designs of gods based on like wormholes and stuff, that feel free to do so. We need more representation, more creative minds, promoting and celebrating these cultures. So yeah. The world is, what's that saying? World is your oyster or whatever. The possibilities are endless. Have fun. Breathtaking, sí, pregunta, ¿qué poderes posees? Bueno, soy un agujero negro, entonces, puedo consumir todo lo que yo quiera. No hay nada que me pueda detener. Pero yo no me considero una diosa como mala, una diosa que nomás está buscando qué comer. Yo nomás me quedo ahí en mi lugar. Ya si una estrella o un astronauta quiere acercarse a mí, bueno, pues eso ya queda en ellos, porque yo no me muevo, yo nomás estoy ahí donde me pertenece, y si alguien quiere entrar a mi agujero negro, bueno, pues eso queda en ellos. Y bueno, yo mi mayor poder es preservar toda la información que entra que entra en mí, supongo. en mi horizonte de eventos. Yo preservo toda esa historia en mi códice cósmico. Aquí lo tengo, aquí estoy siempre pintando mi códice cósmico. Y ese es mi mayor poder. Soy simplemente alguien que le gusta preservar historias. So to translate that, my powers as a goddess, I mean, I'm a black hole, so I have crazy destructive powers. But I don't consider myself a bad god or like an evil god. Ah, why'd you take off my head? Why'd you take off my cabeza? Hi, Freddy Cuts. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Hi. How's it going? I don't consider myself an evil god. I mean, I'm just there in my spot. Now, if stars decide to get too close to me, or if an astronaut is like, I want to see what's inside a black hole, that's on them, bro. That's on them. Okay, I'm just sitting there spying on humanity and writing my cosmic codex. If someone wants to come in and like, that's on them, bro. That is on them. Chai became a Diglett. So Diglett, OMG, the dance with Tila Botchley. Yeah, that's why with Tila Botchley. The Diglett of knowledge, lol. The world is your oyster is how the saying goes. Adquisición de información y consumpción de planetas suenas como Galactus y Brainiac. Muchos me comparan a Galactus. I've seen that on my IG feed. Haha, did you create it? Yeah, that's me. I made it. I am the OG artist. Personal space. I love it so much. Quick Pokeball. No! But yes, I did create that. Ow! Freddy Guys, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Why you throwing Pokeballs on me? Why you throwing Pokeballs? It's not gonna work. I'm never gonna get inside a Pokeball. Thanks for sharing. Your VTuber model is gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. The world is your never-ending possible. Yeah, especially with me, I make everyone into spaghetti. It's delicious. I love it. I'm gonna make a wormhole god then, absolutely. Yay, have fun. Looking forward for more. Thank you, Magicus, for stopping by. Thank you for enjoying the lesson. Hi, Epic Boy, how are you? Good lesson to teach. I used to be so interested in space as a kid. It always had a natural pull on me, still does to this day. Yes, oh my goodness, yeah. Aside from Mesoamerican history, space is also a huge hyperfixation of mine. And I read a very interesting book on black holes not too long ago. That book broke my brain, bro. Like it really broke my brain. My brain became a bunch of noodles that day. It's called Black Holes, The Key to Understanding the Universe by Brian Cox. So this is the book that I read. Black Holes, The Key to Understanding the Universe by Brian Cox and Jeff Forshaw. I recommend it, although be prepared. This is not an easy read, chat. That book, bro, like I had to really sit down and lock in and like look at all the different diagrams to fully understand it. Even to this day, I don't think I fully grasped every single concept, but I think I have the gist of it. Also, hello everyone. Hi, Neil Stilzer. Good to see you. How are you? Same, it just drifted to the background over the years as I got into other stuff. Chaaya has sparked that interest in space yet again. Yay! I'm so glad. Space is super cool. And it's so interesting to see how attuned the Aztec people were with space. That's why I wanted to kind of mix those two concepts, because it's like a lot of times Mesoamerican cultures, they get associated with this sort of like prehistoric aesthetic. Like I commonly see them portrayed with like dinosaurs and like anything that has to do with like the jungle and anything that's just like ancient, right? Which is fine. Like it is a good aesthetic. I love seeing the dinosaurs. I mean, who doesn't like dinosaurs? But like, you know, it tends to put these cultures in a box when they are a lot more than just this sort of like mystical, long lost people. Like, they're still here to this day. And when you look at their various types of myths, you see how deep of an understanding they had of the universe itself. And so I wanted to kind of bring that forward with my designs and my stories. Let me get my head back, bro. What the heck? Where's my head? So I wanted to bring that to light with my stories and my concept as a VTuber. I wanted to kind of break that stereotype where it's like, you know what? The Mesoamerican cultures don't have to be stuck in the past, bro. We can associate them with futuristic stuff like space. I feel like space is the frontier of human knowledge and understanding, and so I like to imagine like what the indigenous people could have discovered if they had continued with their own like little bubble, I suppose. Like without the Spanish involvement. I wonder what kind of theories and what kind of discoveries they would have made. In fact, they could still make those discoveries to this day. I mean, I don't think education or breakthrough science should be limited to a certain people. I think education and knowledge is something that can be achieved by anyone. And I'd love to see more indigenous representation in education and in science. I'd love to see an Albert Einstein from the indigenous community. I know they exist. I know for a fact they exist. The only thing that is stopping them is sadly resources. So yeah, and I mean, one of my dreams is that maybe I could start some sort of education foundation that gives indigenous communities access and opportunity to education, because that is the key. That is how we will move forward as a people, is through knowledge and understanding. Let's see here. Yes, thank you, Education Rockstars, Aloy. Yeah. Yes, I love that you're doing that, Chaaya. Me, when I play Civ 5 or Civ 6, playing as Aztecs or Puro Picha heading into the space age. That's so cool. I love that. Yeah, we need more diversity in the kinds of stories that are being told about Mesoamerica. I mean, these people, they're still here today, and they have endless possibilities, as with any other, people and group in the world. It's like, you can do anything, bro. You can do anything. Just set your mind to it. Yeah, like Total Warhammer 2, they definitely lean into Mesoamerican dinosaur themes heavily. Yeah, so I've heard. En serio, no éramos tan primitivos como nos pintaban. Sí. Bueno, debemos de romper como esas ideas que solamente quieren asociar a los aztecas con lo primitivo, y pues eso así no fue. Ellos tenían mucho conocimiento sobre el universo. The Mayan Katek did a huge damage to the indigenous American histories. Its Orientalism towards an Occidental region, as in westwards relative from Europe. I see, yeah, I could totally see a lot of damage that was done. Sadly, but there's still a lot that we have. There's still much that has been preserved, and it lives to this day in the indigenous communities. They have a lot to share, a lot of understanding to share. And yeah, I'd love to speak to them one day. Like, I'd like to travel and maybe for a project and speak to the people. That would be lovely. I think I'd learn a lot from them. There's a lot of indigenous heritage movements and clubs in my university growing. That's great! Yeah, I definitely see that being a thing lately. La educación es un lujo, no alcance de muchos, debería ser lo opuesto. Sí. La educación es clave, chat. Y bueno, si uno no tiene acceso a eso, las oportunidades en la vida son muy limitadas. Ya, por eso, no sé, a ver cómo las cosas, dependiendo cómo el canal crezca, quizás pueda apoyar algunas fundaciones que traen oportunidades para estas comunidades. I heard that Aztecs had something like a university and some type of taxonomy system. Is that somewhat correct? Of course they had universities. Yeah, they had schools. They had universities. I mean, they were just like any other culture, really. Like, of course they had their institutions. For the nobles, they had the Calmecac, and then from there they would further differentiate into their particular niche. There were also various different guilds of skilled workers. So some guilds were like, oh yeah, like we just focus on gold work. Oh, we just focus on the worship of this god. Oh, there was like a guild of astronomers, and they function just like any other society, right? They had their schools, they had their social hierarchies, they had their religion and their philosophies. Calmecac. Also, the Tlatoani were voted to govern by a council, so basically had democracy too. Senpai? To an extent. Hello, Freddy Gutierrez. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Yes, but those Tlatoanis, they were elected from a specific family. So yes, they were voted in the end, but it's not like nowadays where any person could run for president, right? You have to be from a noble family. You have to have had blood ties to other noble houses, because that is how you would make alliances. So if you were just a commoner, you know, people would just simply not take you seriously. But yeah, like amongst that royal family or candidates, they would vote for the best person to be Tlatoani. Del Pochcali, this is the one for commoners, right? Yes, it was, and it focused mainly on like warfare. So the kids would learn how to fight, and then they learned some basics of religion and history and philosophy. Very basics, not in depth as one would do so in the Calmecac, because the Calmecac, it was meant to create the next generation of leaders, so obviously they had to spend a bit more time on like politics and such, and like etiquette and all those kinds of things. True. So Fire Emblem, more like a republic, like some. Yeah, I could see that. Could you reach nobility in some other way, like someone important giving you some kind of title? You could reach nobility through feats in battle. So if you were an excellent warrior, you could climb up the ranks. You would gain a lot of respect, but you had to take war captives. So basically you would go to war, you would like snatch people from the battlefield and bring them back to the city as a war captive who would eventually be ritually sacrificed. So that is how one would ascend the social ladder. But once again, that was still limited. Like, you couldn't just become a Tlatoani by being a badass warrior. Like, you still had to have some sort of religious ties. Not religious ties, some sort of familial ties to noble households. But maybe your next generation, like maybe you work up to a noble title and then your children start to kind of inherit more of that prestige. Then maybe you get lucky and you get yourself a good wifey or a good hubby from a noble household, and then little by little, generation after generation, you could perhaps ascend, maybe not to a Tlatoani level, but perhaps as a head of a certain house, a certain noble house. I love democracy, I love the republic, pero en serio, supongo que era una democracia de nobles, no diferente del Sacro Imperio Romano. Un grupo de nobles votaban por un rey o emperador. Sí, era muy similar. Ain't there a channel on YouTube that talks about the about Mexica culture? Well, I am one of them. There's also a very popular channel called Ancient Americas, but they tend to talk about native cultures in general, maybe not as focused on Mexica stuff. For me, I will be staying a little bit on the Mexica side of things. Right now, because we just started, that's what I know most about. But I'd love to expand to other Mesoamerican groups as well, like the Purepecha. I've gotten a lot of requests for Purepecha. I'd love to talk more about the Mixtec as well. They're so cool. Oh my gosh, is that Guldella? Hi, Guldella! How are you? Welcome! Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. The abuelito used to give me a ton of books on a lot of science fiction, space books, or heck, even conspiracy stuff too, because he was also really into that sort of thing as well. Oh yeah. You know what I like to do, chat? I like to go to the library. I like to go to the local library and then I just check out books. Like I go to the science section and I'm like, oh dude, that book looks interesting, so I check it out. Same thing with history. That's actually where I got most of my knowledge. I just went to the library and I just read books there. And here I am now. Writing that down in case I travel back in time. Oh, WSL promo. Las guerras floridas, Flower Wars, así era como uno subía el escalofón. 10 pau te daban un rango, 20 te daban otro. Creo que Jaguar y Águila respectivamente, o era al revés. Creo que Jaguar era el que estaba, era el rango más alto. Y luego seguía el Águila. I have the Codex Borgia. I love the Codex Borgia. I first read that from the library, and then someone gifted me the book. So I was like, cool, I like that. Well, can't wait for the Purepecha history. Yes, it'll be a while. I will admit it'll be a while. But I will get to it eventually, Neo. Just for you. Love Ancient Americas. Yeah, they're great. All revenue from tonight's stream will be donated to help the indigenous communities affected by the Ontario wildfires. Thank you again, Percy, for posting the comment. So yes, you guys could donate from the link directly. And if you want to do a super chat or sub, all that revenue will also be donated to the cause. Habla de las guerras de sal entre los puripechas, tarascos y aztecas. What? The Salt Wars? Las guerras de sal, qué interesante. Como las guerras de las especies en, creo que en China, ¿no? Support your local library homes. They need it more than ever right now. For real, yeah. There's so much you could find at the library, chat. I recommend it. I also just like going for the community. Like my library, sometimes they do like craft nights. So they'll do like junk journaling nights, and I love going there. I did 2 very lovely projects there. Actually, let me show you. It wasn't that long ago that I did that. Okay, here. Let me show you what I did. During craft night at my library. It was so much fun. Chat. Look, I made this. Yeah, so my library was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have arts and crafts. You guys could make a zine or anything you want. And so I made that featuring my OC Tachi. So yeah, it was fun because they have like magazines and they have just all these little scraps of like stickers, washi tape and such, and then I just compiled it together to make this art piece. Yeah. And I got lucky with the like the articles that I found. So the theme of this piece is defiance. And that is a key theme for my character Tachi. He represents righteous rebellion. The beauty of rebellion. I feel like a lot of times rebellion is like, oh my gosh, why are you being rebellious? It's like Tachi represents that rebellion that is for an ultimate good. And so that's why he has like flower power. And right here it says, the old land. In the old land, people perished, not from hunger, but from gorging on lust and liver. We were living our long lives at home until we sank and resurfaced in this void. Different skins, goggled eyes, nowhere to go. Just to be as we were, we had to destroy all the wrong distant lands, the many sacred elsewheres banging at our doors. So it's kind of like a commentary on colonialism. And just the human the state of humanity, where, you know, sometimes they don't even realize it, that we're so comfortable, but at what cost? At what cost, chat? WRPs, thank you. The craft is amazing. Thank you. Not to brag, but I'm about to blow your mind with what I want to share related to what you were talking about during your model lore explanation. Oh, sure. Yes. Go right ahead. I am ready to have my mind blown. WRPs, I should have asked permission to share that, no? Sure. Wait. I might have missed your earlier one. Ina TV on YouTube. I think that's the channel that talks about pre-Hispanic Mexico, but I'm not sure if it's reliable. It's because I'm in. No, Ina is good. Ina is good. I also watch Ina. They're great. Creí que el rango más alto en la milicia mexica eran los guerreros rapados. ¿Qué? No, de lo que yo sé eran los guerreros jaguar. No worries, Chaaya, knowing you, I know that you'll give each culture their fair bit of time. So I'm in no rush. Oh, thank you, Neil. Also, hello, Chaaya, and hello, Cha. I've been AFK, but watching here and there. I have a few things to share. Yes, of course, share away. Salt Wars, Star Wars times. Libraries are pretty pog. They are. Let's see. Are there records of these cultures, like the Aztec, interacting and trading with other big cultures way up north, such as the Iroquois? I think I heard they did with the Incas, but could be wrong. No, they did. They did. I don't know, like, specific sources, but I do recall that some, like, artifacts, like pottery, and even certain like visual motifs have been found in the northern peoples that are reminiscent of Mesoamerica. So there was trade. It's just I don't know, like I don't have enough knowledge to be specific about it. Nice hand. That's pretty. Oh, my hand. That's my hand. You know, I always get scared when I take a picture of my hand. I'm like, bro, what if I have like a nasty, like something nasty in my nail, and then people are like, ew, Chaaya, your nail is gross. Like usually my nails are clean, but you know, you never know. The library closest to me, it doesn't do craft projects, but another one also kind of near me does. I love library craft nights. They're awesome. Usually they're for children though. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, my library, they do like child events. They also do like teenager events. I always go to the adult ones. I'd be like, I feel so awkward with the teenager ones. When my nephews are in town, I go to the child events with them. But yeah, luckily my library does do like adult events as well, like the craft nights. Not to brag. Oh wait, let's see if you have shared what you wanted to share. Cute collage, thank you. Gorging on lust and liver, idealistic rebellion. Yeah, what are those poems from? I think they're called, the poem is called The Old Land. And I found it, I forgot what magazine. I think it was like, was it New York Times? No, the Times magazine, I think. No, they're pretty. Oh, thank you. El rey poeta Nezahualcóyotl tenía poemas que te encantarán, te lo aseguro. Oh, sí, me encantan los poemas de Nezahualcóyotl. Sí, yeah, the Paquime. The American Southwest sent turquoise, etc. through the Paquime. And also, I'm actually going to switch to my chatting screen, so I can see you guys better. Damien Dread VT, thank you for the follow. Welcome, how are you? Welcome. We just be chatting. Just be chatting about all kinds of things. Let's see. So huge trade network from Central America to American Southwest. Excuse me. Potentially, like I said, I haven't researched too much on that, so I can't get into the specifics. The Romans knew of the Chinese and vice versa, so the idea that the Aztec knew of other North and South isn't far-fetched. Yeah, you have libraries? Bruh. That's so cool. I asked because I always like to imagine peoples from cultures that we usually imagine separate interacting. Like when people say, actually, cowboys and samurai existed at the same time. Oh, yeah, that is cool. Yeah, that's true. So you have to go to dinner. Can we repeat the lesson? What? Repeat it! Oh my gosh, it was a long one, bro. I need to eat too. Feel free to watch the VOD. The VOD will be, you can always watch the stream VOD. I will be editing this down to, a YouTube video. So if you want to wait until then, it should be up this weekend. But first, the fun fact. The geometric style the Central Mexican codices are painted on is known among scholars as Mixteca Puebla art style or Oaxaca Puebla, but the one I like most is international style because it transcended cultural nation regions. Yes, I was a little hesitant to call it the Mixteca Puebla art style. I was a bit hesitant, but thank you for clarifying. Yes, those codices, that's why sometimes I just say Aztec instead of Nahua, because it's like the art style is it includes the Mixtec as well, so like Aztec is generic enough to kind of include them. But thank you, not right now. I need a craft night so bad, lol. Guys, we should do a craft night together. I need to get a new webcam though, because the one I have is kind of like, it kind of sucks. Like the quality is not that great, but I'd love to do a craft night with you. I actually like got into junk journaling, and I'd like to you know, maybe do a page, like a themed page. We could be like, oh, let's do a page about Quetzalcoatl or something. Well, beautiful background. Thank you. Thank you. El único hígado que comería es el que incluye cebolla. Rico. Yummy. Oli, este es mi primer en vivo. Me encanta tu modelo, Chaayita. Si quieres más información, puedes checar en el INA o INALI, también en la biblioteca virtuales de la UNAM, UAM, IPN o Redalic. Muchas gracias. Oh, los voy a preservar este mensaje. Sí, también me gusta mucho el sitio web Arqueología Mexicana. También tienen una información muy interesante sobre las culturas prehispánicas. Y también venden como revistas, y yo compré creo que 2 o 3. Y tienen mucha información. Do you ever take commissions, by the way? I do take commissions. They're not open at the moment just because I have so much. I anticipate opening them at the end of the year. Sorry for the wait. I know. Like, I know it takes. It's gonna be a while until I can open them, but like, trust. I will open them sometime towards the end of the year. Is the author Alexander Herman? I actually don't know who that is. I know trade routes connected Andes with Mesoamerica, but I don't know Aztecs knew about Tawantinsuyu Inca Empire itself. From Majorzy, I know Aztecs traded on sea with the Southwest USA. That's so cool. You should edit the tier list down to a YouTube video. Oh, you guys want to see the tier list? Okay, I will put that on my list as well. If fair enough, I'm down. Yes, I've heard that tropical bird feathers were traded all the way up to the Four Corners area in the US. Oh, so cool. The international style was created by the cultural hotspots that redistributed power after the fall of Teotihuacan like Cholula, Cacaxtla, etc. And this style was one of the ingenious strategies they implemented to continue relations among culturally and linguistically diverse peoples. That's so cool. No wonder, like, because I looked at the Toltec, not Toltec, the Teotihuacano style, and I'm like, bro, it kind of looks like the modern Mixtec style, like kinda. You should make a Discord. We actually have a Discord. Yeah, we have a Discord. You guys should join it. You guys should join it if you haven't already. Go join it now. I need more people like you in my circles. ¡Yay! Los españoles y aliados aborígenes, tlaxcaltecas y aztecas tuvieron una batalla contra piratas samuráis en las afueras de las Filipinas. ¡Oh, sí! Los vikingos llegaron a Canadá 1000 años atrás. Muchas... tantas historias por contar. Yeah. Eso se me hace muy interesante como los aztecas y tlaxcaltecas llegaron a las Filipinas. Chaaya has done commissions and they're amazing. Yes, I have. I opened them, I think, like, was it earlier in the year? I think I opened them like very briefly because I was like, I want to do some character designs. And so, like, I opened them. I think it was in March? I think? Bueno, lo que ahora se conoce como Canadá. And it was a homage to Teotihuacan. It was indeed inspired by Teotihuacan expressions, like you mentioned. Yeah! Yeah, I love that art style. I personally like that art style more than the Mayan one. I'm sorry. The Mayans are cool, but, like, there's just something about the Central Mexican art style that is just so good. Hablando de referencias, hace unos días al fin identificaron la identidad de un matemático y astrónomo maya. El artículo se llama La Identificación and the Identification and Work of the 8th Century Maya Mathematician. Oh yeah, the Mayan were so smart, bro. They were crazy. She's done emotes as well as amazing pieces of art of Aztec rulers. Thank you, mío. Esa historia, qué interesante, sí, ¿verdad? Yeah, around March, April. This is the amazing emote she made for me. Yeah, I made that emote. I emoted it. I animated it. The Mixtec Codices art has so much symbolism and details. It's so cool. Yes, I love it, and it makes me so sad that there aren't more, bro. Like, ugh. When I reach the end of a codex, I'm like, I want to cry because I need more. It's because Nahuatl is a drawing image-based language, so of course the codices are filled of imagery, etc. Yeah, I'm currently reading a book. I'm currently reading this book, chat. Like, let me show you. Let me show you the book I am reading. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm reading this book right now. I got it at the library. I got this book at the library. I'm currently reading through it. It's very interesting. And yeah, I mean, maybe we could read it together later on. I have the book too, Lamel. Yeah, it's so good. I'm excited. I'm excited to learn about the Aztec writing system. Si te interesa la parte teotihuacana, checa el trabajo de la arqueología Beatriz de la Fuente. Su trabajo explica el arte teotihuacano. Muchas gracias. Sí, por supuesto que voy a investigar más. Ok. Ya lo escribí. Bro, you haven't seen images of Maya expressions of the international style? Maya expressions... of the international style? Probably not. I've just seen some of the codices. Some of the art in the codices. But, yeah. Like, I've seen the art and I'm like, it's cool, but I like the Central Mexican art more. Es que soy de esa zona. Ay, muy bien. Los mayas eran análogos a los griegos, sin duda. Y los mexicas eran como los romanos. Las similitudes se amontonan. Sí, ¿verdad? OMG. I have the book too. I was literally thinking of studying it right now. You read my mind. OMG. I would love to read this together. Yeah. book club, same study group and stuff like that. Book club, book club. I'll join your Discord one of these days and I'll share all I know there. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we have we have a section for all history stuff. So yeah, we'd be happy to have you. Shaking your hand so much, yes please. That's fun. Okay, sure, I am down. But for now, chat. I'm hungry. I don't know if you guys have heard my belly. I don't know if you guys heard my belly during the stream. It's like, so I think I will wrap up stream for today. This was a lot of fun, and thank you guys for stopping by. I had a lot of fun sharing about my model design, and the edited VOD should go up sometime this week. So please do look forward to it. Aprenden náhuatl con... Oh, oops, wait, I can't see. Aprenden náhuatl con jeroglíficos, excelente. Sí, Discord link where? Discord link here. Here. Wait, did you guys get it? Oh, you guys are on YouTube. Wait, are you guys on YouTube? YouTube, you should hopefully have the link. If not, I will post it here as well for any YouTube people that want to join. Look up the archaeological site of Santa Rita Corozal in Belice. The murals there look straight up like Central Mexican codices. Oh yeah, wait, I did hear about that, and it's also why people suspect, like, damn, like, how far did Teotihuacan go? Take care, nice stream. Thank you. Have a nice rest of your day. We love you. I love you guys too. Thank you for the stream, Chaaya. Tlacoscamati. Gracias. No escuché el rugido, pero come. See ya, y'all. Great stream. Adios. Adios, YouTube. Bye, everyone. Bye, Chaaya. Yoto. Go eat, girl. Blow your mind with what I wanted to share next time. Okay. I'll see you guys on the next one. I will have a stream on Monday. I don't remember what I'm going to stream on Monday though, but it'll be something cool. Oh, we're going to play Tomodachi Life. We're going to play Tomodachi Life, and my Tomodachi Life island is Aztec themed, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna stream again on Monday. Thank you for the stream, Chaaya. Good night. Good night. Buenas noches. Okay, YouTube, this is goodbye. Bye, YouTube. Twitch, let's see if we can rate someone.